Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have a video from Tednivison. This is I drove to every Margaritaville in the USA. I don't remember how we got on this topic, but chat convinced me this was a good video to watch. It was really funny, and if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch the original. The link will be down in the description. If you have seen it, you can enjoy the train wreck of this video with me. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it.
I did something really stupid again. Do you want to know what it is? This is Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. It's a restaurant started by singer-songwriter Jimmy Buffett based on his 1977 song Margaritaville. They've got fried food, Jimmy Buffett's music blasting 24/7, and of course, margaritas. It is a ridiculous restaurant.
It'd be funny if it didn't have any margaritas. That'd be so weird.
One of the strangest reasons that an entire business empire could exist. And for that reason, I drove almost 10,000 miles to go to all 22 locations in the United States and Canada. Here we go again.
There's a lot of insane restaurants in the U.S. There was a series of restaurants in the Midwest that was entirely based around the Flintstones. They still have a few of them. There's definitely one in Florida or kind of near Disney World. There's I think there's one in or around near Vegas. Yeah, there's a couple of them. And they're still really cool, but they're kind of like the Flintstones versions of the Rainforest Cafe. Aren't the Rainforest Cafe they're all like closed down. They went to like chapter 11 like twice, right? I like how the intro.
Our first Margaritaville was.
I like how the intro makes it look like he's like wasted the whole time when there's obviously like days in between these places.
Located right in the center of Hollywood, California, at Universal City Walk Mall. When I arrived here, there was an entire premiere going on for the new Fast and Furious movie, which was interesting. But I'm here to go to Margaritaville, and you may be wondering to yourself, Ted, after everything you went through on the Rainforest Cafe trip, why would you go on a trip like this again? Here's what happened.
Because it's fun.
Last year, when we were finishing our final Rainforest Cafe, we noticed that there was a Margaritaville in Las Vegas as well. So a joke between us became that next year we would go to every Margaritaville in the United States. And we laughed at the thought, and then that concept ate away at us for the next 6 months. So Eddie and I joined forces again, ready to learn about—
No shit. That's how everything starts on the internet. You're like, oh, this was fun. Wasn't it? There's another one. There's the Elephant Bar. There's those are like generally located around what used to be like Fry's electronics stores.
At this new restaurant, we were sat with our send-off crew in a boat-designed booth where I got to take in our first stop. It had a very clear tropical motif going on with.
We will we'll check out that video probably after a couple of smaller neuro videos.
Palm trees and a painted blue sky. But my concern began when I noticed that the animals were not moving. Do they not have animatronics here?
No, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you spend money on that? Obviously, if you only got like 22 locations, you're not gonna be spending money on animatronics. That shit is expensive. Like, there's a reason Chuck E. Cheese has half their shit broken all the time.
Booth even had a TV that was playing what I could only assume to be Jimmy Buffett propaganda, I guess. Not only that, there was a noticeable lack of thunderstorms in this restaurant.
It's been 20 minutes. Where's the? There should be like a thunderstorm right now.
They don't do that here, bud.
I was like, that's Rainforest Cafe only, right?
Why are we here?
So we ordered our very first margaritas of this journey, and I was feeling a culture shock, to say the least. And strangest of all, it seemed like Eddie was having a good time. Well, I guess I'll try to stay positive then.
Okay, that's a pretty funny, Look, if the food doesn't suck, awesome. There are a lot of restaurants who are probably worse than this.
After finishing our first Margaritaville, we went to bed to prepare to drive to every single other location of this restaurant. God help us all.
Why the fuck would you drive there? Your channel makes more than enough money to fly.
And we'd be doing that driving in my 2002 Toyota Tacoma. Just kidding, we got a rental. Listen, last time we had some bumps along the road, like my Tacoma breaking down twice, and we had to consider what would be more reasonable. I had to break the news to the old girl, though.
Nothing's gonna happen, okay? What do you mean? It's a rental. I don't even know its license plate number. Okay, language?
Okay, has anyone ever seen the horrible TV show Paradise PD? There's an episode where Kevin, let's just say, dates a car. And I won't say anything else after that, because there's no way in hell we're watching it on here. I would have to open up a Kick channel just for that video.
The moment of truth. There was no question whether or not it was going to work.
Yeah, with the old Tacoma, it was like, we'll see.
That show
Our next
is
Margaritaville
awful.
was located all the
funny.
way in San
It's
Antonio,
awful.
Texas, so we had a lot of ground to cover before that. So we drove 373 miles from Los Angeles to Phoenix, Arizona.
We made it to Phoenix.
You know what they say? What happens in Phoenix? I don't know, because...
Did you guys see the dust storm that hit Phoenix like 2 or 3 days ago? It took out, well, it didn't, I don't think anyone directly died from it this time, but it blocked the entire airport. It was insane. I used to live out near Phoenix, and while they did have the, they're called haboobs, they aren't normally that bad. This one was really bad.
I've never spent time here.
And on day 2, we had to drive 430 miles to El Paso, Texas. This drive was pretty boring. That is, of course, until we started seeing billboards.
Sure, we can
for
do that one
something
next.
referred to as The Thing.
We're on our way right
I wanna
now
go to The
to
Thing.
see The Thing. We're thinking it might be like just a man that they found.
Just some
No, it's going to be a giant ketchup bottle.
kind of funny guy.
I'm looking
Yeah, we can do
for
both
a
of those videos.
goblin or a grim
I want to see something fucked up.
Hold on to those links because you're going to have to repost them again.
We're in the middle of nowhere in Arizona. We're about to figure out what The Thing is.
The interior of this place was like your average roadside gift shop for tourists, until we found the museum. This museum was absolutely ridiculous. They would ask important questions like,
That's actually a fun museum. It's like totally random. Yeah, so basically we were originally copying things, but the problem is, which we found out early, is when I try to copy them, there's like a 75% chance of it just randomly opening it, which kind of like breaks a bunch of stuff. Which is why we had a random Vettel like jump scare video in the middle of one of my Joel Haver videos. And I was like, okay, I can't do that.
what if dinosaurs were ruled by aliens from another planet? We had stumbled upon the greatest and the dumbest museum in the middle of nowhere. They had
That is actually probably one of the best museums I've just out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's not like a garbage museum. It's like professionally made stuff, which is awesome.
entire lore on these aliens. They had life-size sculptures of these guys,
And they look
too.
great.
And I don't know who designed these alien sculptures, but they made them kind of sexy, which was distracting. God, oh my God, getting turned on in this museum. Turns out the aliens were secretly controlled.
I could say something, but it might be too soon, and a bunch of people in the neuro fandom would get pissed off because that looked a little familiar there on the back there.
Controlling all of human history. Great, cool. Oh, jeez. Then they just started pulling connections from everywhere. The Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Illuminati, the Easter Island.
Well, okay, I could see Illuminati being part of any of this shit. That would make total sense,
A
actually.
picture of the Twin Towers. I hope this isn't implying what I think it is. And at the end of the museum, we finally got to figure out what the thing was. And that was this.
I mean,
It's a
Interesting.
papier-mâché doll,
Yeah.
essentially. You want to get out of here?
It's a pretty good one.
So we finished our drive to El Paso, admittedly slightly more confused than when we started.
I don't care. That was actually probably the best thing they could have done, and probably the best thing they did the whole video versus going to Margaritaville.
On day 3, we finally made it to the location of our second Margaritaville in San Antonio, Texas. This Margaritaville was located at the coolest and only place that I've been to in San Antonio, the Riverwalk. And
Oh, by the way, I think what we're going to do is, aside from just the top hat, I think we're going to get like random hats. I'm going to put a thing in the Discord where you guys just choose the next hat I buy. Like, there's a hat made of what looks like human skin. So we should absolutely get that hat. It's like a silicone hat, but it looks like stitched together human skin with eyes all over it. It's disgusting. We should absolutely get that for a video.
we'd be joined here by a friend.
How the hell are you? Are you excited?
That's right.
Do you want a gun? Where are we? Are we in Texas? Is this the Texas one? I think we're in Texas already.
Schlatt's joining us for our
Yeah, we're
second
gonna get
Jimmy
the hat
Buffett
now.
experience. The first thing I noticed was the massive blender they had right.
Oh, we should do, I think I can put like a spinning wheel on here and a bunch of other little extensions. I can make it so you guys can make it so I can switch hats it between videos and stuff, along with eye patches. We'll make it like Magic the Noah style.
When you walked in.
$10, you can't finish that.
10? Is it drinkable?
We got sat down
we
in the
could
far
take a look
corner
at
of
it.
this restaurant, and I don't know what
we'll wait
happened
through,
here, but
after
I
this
am
video.
suspicious that this is where Jimmy Buffett waterboards people. Also, our table was decorated with multiple iterations of the same photo of Jimmy Buffett on
That's
a
funny.
paddleboard, which was kind of funny. Then it was time for our next margarita. I got the Beach Club.
They're like, yeah, we only have a couple of photos of him, so we're just going to put them all on the same table. Yeah, we'll wait till after this so we don't terrify everyone.
Which was a massive sandwich, and I kind of had a hard time determining where the sandwich actually split. Eddie ordered fish and chips, and they unfortunately did not look very good.
Eddie, I cooked those up in my microwave the other night.
We even got a cute little family photo taken of us. Look at that. Still so full of joy I was. So we said our goodbyes to this Margaritaville. Then we strolled along the Riverwalk, and along the way, we actually stumbled upon an old friend, the Rainforest Cafe.
They still have them? I thought they all were gone. Maybe some are solo owned.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Rainforest Cafe. You remember that one from San Antonio? Hey, there was a tiger, I think, in that. Hey.
He's like, we got to go to the Margaritaville.
We gotta go.
We left San Antonio to drive to Austin, Texas to crash at Schlatt's place because tomorrow we had to keep heading east.
Bye, Schlatt.
Bye, Schlatt.
Bye, Schlatt.
Goodbye. Thank
See
you.
Thank you
He's like, get the fuck out of my video, damn it.
so much.
You guys gotta get the fuck out of here.
No, we can stick around and be like it'll be like a fun. Oh, okay. Yep.
So we departed from Austin on our way to New Orleans where we'd be staying the night. Wait.
I like how they have quite a few Margaritavilles in. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's been forever since I've been to Mall of America. I wonder if they still have the Coca-Cola roller coaster.
Wait. Oh my God, he's back. We were passing by my favorite beaver-themed gas station, Buc-ee's, and you know we had to stop. I was almost
Of
losing my
course,
mind with it.
you have to stop at Buc-ee's every time. There's some insane Buc-ee's.
Excitement rolling up to this paradise. And walking in, it was just as glorious as I remember. It was a madhouse in here. And they still had everything. Fresh fruit, tote bags, jerky. It was overwhelming. Party supplies, river tubes, delicious
I mean, it's basically a gas station Costco or Sam's Club or something along the same lines.
brisket. I was losing my mind. A sausage on a stick? The beaver
interesting.
owns the banks? What the fuck is a beaver nugget?
Okay, those things are good. Yeah, those things are way better than they ever should be. You can order a lot of Buc-ee stuff online and have it just shipped to your house, but you are going to be paying a premium.
Love for mascots. My love for theme. Oh God, it's happening again.
We just skipped. They're like, you got a problem? He's like, yeah, we're just going to skip the next 3 Margaritavilles.
Problem, dude. What are you talking about?
You're buying party hats and party napkins?
This is a really clean napkin. Would you like to
So
try?
most napkins are clean when you buy it.
This is a Buc-ee certified napkin, as in it's certified to clean the mess you make when you eat a delicious Buc-ee sandwich.
Oh, so like what any napkin would be.
I don't know about the other napkin. Okay, I haven't heard about the other napkin.
There's a huge market of other napkins.
Name one brand of napkins other than Buc-ee's napkins.
I mean, Walmart's got their own brand. Target's got their own brand. Vanity has a brand. Vanity's probably the best brand for napkins. They also have the best brand of fake silverware you can get. But just you got to make sure you get their super heavy duty ones, where it's like $20 for like 10 forks.
I don't know, a single napkin brand name.
Vanity is a napkin brand.
We traveled about 90 miles to Biloxi, Mississippi for our next location.
It's great that I have weird pockets of dumb knowledge and forget important things about certain videos while we're in them. I know those napkin brands, but I don't remember the names of the people that we started this video with. We are watching I Drove to Every Margaritaville in the USA. And then we're going to watch some neuro stuff.
And you're about to learn I wasn't lying when I said that Jimmy Buffett had created an entire business empire from this single song. Because in addition to Margaritaville, you've got Cheeseburger in Paradise Restaurant, Land Shark Bars, a beer of the same name, frozen drink machines, portable tailgate grills, apparel, drinkware, and as we're seeing for the first time in Biloxi, Margaritaville Resorts.
What? Okay, that one looks fun.
For the purpose of this trip, as long as these resorts contain or are close to a Margaritaville, we'll be staying at them. Arriving here, we were confronted with the true scale of this empire that Jimmy had built. Everything in this resort was Margaritaville. They even had a Margaritaville coffee shop in the lobby, and upon entering our room, we were assaulted with more island vibes. There was even quotes from Jimmy Buffett in the elevators. Quite the poet, this guy.
He really just knows how to say something that, like...
Yeah, you could probably use that for a lot of shit. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe drink a bunch of shit, then move on.
Doesn't really mean anything, but also means everything.
We had to travel through a massive arcade as well, but we eventually found our way to Margaritaville number 3. We were sat
I couldn't tell if that was an actual arcade or that looks kind of more like a legit casino.
next to this volcano-type structure that doubled as a rock wall people could climb on, which was interesting. This time I ordered a tropical fruit margarita, which I did not expect to be a slushie. And just when we thought this would be another average dinner, without any warning, alarm bells rang, and the volcano began to expel smoke.
Awesome. That's way better than your thunderstorm from the Rainforest Cafe.
I feel myself having flashbacks to the thunderstorms from the Rainforest Cafe. But all of that changed and reality set in when the volcano played this sound effect.
What the fuck was that?
And then immediately after, the restaurant begins blasting the song Margaritaville as we sit in a green haze of confusion. Oh?
Perfect. Fucking perfect.
Okay then. Another perk we got when booking this resort was some preloaded arcade credits for downstairs. But since the arcade was about to close, we only each had time to...
Sad, it's an actual arcade, not a casino. Yeah, apparently there's a Rainforest Cafe in Tennessee somewhere.
play a single game. Needless to say, it wasn't very hard for me to figure out which game I'd be playing.
So there's a Brandon Rogers video we can watch of Minions, where he's a minion that was supposed to have died off, but still lived on. Yeah, we should totally do that one.
Minions.
I actually have no idea where they are right now. They're I was kind of not paying. I know Lever isn't here yet. Yeah, we should hold off on all Brandon Rogers videos until Lever joins chat.
We are about to hit a storm, and I don't know how it's going to affect me, because we are getting closer to what I would call the Jimmy Buffett Florida Margaritaville Tropical Supercluster. What does that mean, Wow? There's
like 20 of them. Oh, they're not in Tennessee. Where the hell are they? They're in New Orleans, I think.
a total of 6 Margaritavilles in Florida. One might consider this to be the base of Jimmy Buffett's power. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I'm already struggling a little.
Are they actually in Florida at the moment? I think they're about to enter Florida. I think they're in New Orleans or somewhere near right now, right?
There's no animatronic animals. There's no thunderstorms. I don't understand what I'm supposed to like about this place. What, Jimmy Buffett? He's just a guy. Either way, we're hitting the road again. Wish me luck. So I held my breath as we drove into the storm for our first Margaritaville of this supercluster in Destin, Florida. This Margaritaville was different than any of the previous ones
That one looks like actually inviting to walk into. The other ones don't look very inviting in most cases.
We'd seen, as it had the most tropical feeling location. That doesn't even look like it should operate as...
That thing's cool. It's basically a bar on a water, looks like. That looks highly illegal. But, you know, Florida's, so who knows?
In terms of being considered a themed restaurant, though, I was not impressed. It was basically just a beach bar. But hey, another margarita, and things hadn't gotten too bad yet.
You know, I mean, that looks like the best Margaritaville ever. It's a beach bar. That's fucking perfect.
It'll be fun for the video. Smashing 10 of these and then driving.
That sounds like a really, really bad idea.
Yeah, not all my ideas are good. You're gonna have to get used to it, sweetheart.
I don't know what came over me, but I ended up ordering chicken tenders while Eddie ordered salmon, which resulted in our meals looking like Eddie was my well-adjusted father and I was his son that refused to eat anything that was not orange.
We got in the car at just the right moment because it immediately started just like pouring.
We did it, we're out of the range.
Eddie's very similar to a witch. He'll start...
You know, I'm hungry hungry too now, damn it. We're watching this restaurant upon restaurant.
Sometimes I ride around on a broom and I go.
You can't fly, so it's just kind of like you basically hobby horsing around.
Yeah, but you have to bring that up to everybody.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta just fucking tell the world that I can't fly. I can't fucking believe you.
I'm sorry.
Start the
I'm
car.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop.
Next up was the Margaritaville in Panama City Beach, Florida. This location was maybe 5 times as busy as the previous one. So to get seated, we sat at the
Have
bar.
fun.
At this point, I was already getting exhausted. There were so many animals in this Margaritaville, and none of them were animatronics. And then, even though
Oh, I think we're going to end up in Tennessee at some point because we're kind of working our way through Florida, then we're going up the East Coast. I'm pretty sure there's probably one of these.
I was full, I ordered more food. I don't know what was going through my head. I think I thought it would give me more energy, but I just regretted it after.
Yeah, it just makes you crash.
I ate more artichoke dip. I don't know why I did that.
Then we drove to our hotel for the night and got to enjoy maybe the most beautiful sunset I had ever seen. You know, my problems with the Margaritavilles were growing already, but I'm not gonna lie and say that this wasn't a really nice moment. It was so pretty, I don't even know how else to explain it. It was just gorgeous. It was beautiful.
I mean, when you think about it, they went to they're going to like 20 to 30 Margaritavilles. How much money is this costing? Not just the restaurants, the hotels in general. Like $10,000+ maybe more. Probably closer to $25,000 total.
It was wonderful. Tomorrow we'd continue.
I guess driving
into Florida
is going to make it
supercluster,
cheaper.
But at this point, we now officially had
5 done.
On day 7, we had to drive the entire length of Florida in a single day to our next Margaritaville in Hollywood, Florida. And we had an increasing worry that, judging by the rain clouds, Florida was not going to make it easy for us.
Yeah, I can't remember. So it was 3 years ago. Was there a massive hurricane around that point that was like really bad? Although I guess it just depends when you go there during the year. Florida rains a lot, so it's not like this could just be any random day, I suppose.
Oh my God.
This rain came down on us as if it was a message from the rainforest gods that we were committing high treason.
Leave this fucking state.
In all of my years of driving, I had not dealt with rain like this. Whenever it was pelting down on us, we dropped to like 50 feet of visibility in seconds. It also made me a bit nervous because I had packed most of my clothing in the back of the truck, which was only protected by a tarp. Hope that doesn't go badly. This rain would haunt us all the way until we reached our destination, the Hollywood, Florida Margaritaville Resort. Now, I was expecting this resort
Wow. Okay, this one's pretty good.
to be the same island-themed kitsch as Biloxi, but then we walked into the lobby. This was the fanciest hotel I'd ever been to, and also giant flip-flop.
Probably fits you, Bigfoot-looking ass Sasquatch
on, man.
motherfucker.
This hotel was so massive that they gave us a map, which we had to use to find our 6 Margaritavilles.
It's a labyrinth in here, and Jimmy Buffett might be the Minotaur.
We eventually found the restaurant, and I could feel this one weighing down on me. More boats, Jimmy Buffett music, this plane.
Like they had like a live kind of band for this one.
Again, I keep seeing this plane. We opened up our meal with yet another margarita, and it turns out this Margaritaville was the first fancy Margaritaville we would run into. And I know that sounds like weird and contradictory, but the menu was significantly different than what we
It sounds like they might have a couple of fancy ones as we go further up the coast.
were used to. We got ceviche, which was honestly really good, and also these poke nachos. And I know that I'm suspicious of Jimmy Buffett, but these were good. And not good in the sense of them being like merely acceptable. These were really good.
He's like, these are so good, I'd actually come back to this hotel if I'm in the area.
Which was emotionally and logically confusing for me, so I continued to drink. Eddie was beginning to show some interesting symptoms at this point. He was dancing, he was sipping on the margs, he was feeling the, I guess, island vibes? You're telling me that Eddie Rainforest Hater Burback is enjoying himself at Margaritaville? Something was
Rainforest Hater Broback. Yeah, that's a horrible nickname to have.
happening to Eddie, a metamorphosis of some kind. What are you doing to my boy, Jimmy? What do you have planned? I guess we'll figure it out sooner or later. We woke up that morning to yet another double Margaritaville day, the first of which was in Miami, Florida.
I don't know if I can continue seeing Jimmy Buffett's face. You kind of have to, so. I'll go like this, I'll say, I don't want to see you, Jimmy. I don't want to see you. I'm just confused.
Walk in with like an eye mask, or just do what I do. Just walk in with double eye patches and be like, I'm blind.
This is how you have a problem with seeing Jimmy's music videos or concerts, but you like animatronics screaming in your face.
But they're not speaking English.
Is that the
So?
problem?
This Margaritaville was a pretty basic location.
Who
I got a
gives a
blueberry
shit?
pomegranate margarita, which
Ooh, that actually looked pretty good.
was incredibly sugary. But this Margaritaville was not the most significant location that we'd be hitting today, as we would be heading even further south from Miami. In fact, we'd be heading as far south as anyone could possibly drive in the United States. We were going to Key West, Florida.
I'm actually kind of surprised they have a Margaritaville in Key West. Like, why would they allow them to build one there?
Florida, the southernmost point in the United States.
We're going to have to drive across an entire series of bridges.
It's an ocean
Oh, those bridges suck, by the way.
highway.
And we were a bit nervous about what the rain situation would be like, given the lightning we had seen the night before, and the fact that we were driving behind a truck with a video game amount of propane tanks on it.
There's a lot of propane.
But we drove it. For people who are not fans of bridges, this would not be the drive for you, because
Yeah.
the majority of this drive involved us being on a bridge over water. If you zoom
That bridge is super fucking annoying, especially when you're stuck on it in traffic.
out, it looked like we were driving in the ocean. And after 2 hours of driving between islands
It's generally not that bad, but it's not a fun trip if you hate bridges.
and bridges, we finally made it to Key West, location of the original Margaritaville, Margaritaville Prime. That is, of course, if you don't include the attempted Margaritaville in Gulf Shores, Alabama, that was allegedly more like a club. We're gonna keep
That sounds like something I could see it being, a club in Alabama.
that just between us. Either way, here we are, Margaritaville Prime. On first impressions, you could
Apparently, this is the true Margaritaville. I'm surprised they even allowed it to be built here.
absolutely tell this was the original Margaritaville. There was even like a GTA loading screen of young Jimmy Buffett painted on the wall, which for some reason Eddie was implying looked like him. It doesn't. We got yet again another
Sure it does.
margarita, and as I was slowing
Just drink until it looks like him.
down in my enthusiasm for this animatronic-less place, it appeared that Eddie was having a grand old time. He even convinced me to purchase a Margaritaville shirt with him. When in Rome, I suppose. So we left that Margaritaville and checked into our third Margaritaville resort. This one was definitely chiller than
There's a lot of Margaritaville resorts, aren't there? Jeez. I guess if you want to make money, that's what you do.
Hollywood. It had more of like a motel type setup to the building.
They gave us a free margarita when we checked in. We were walking away, and the lady was like, "Don't forget your free margarita." Thought it was a joke. They were not joking.
We're getting drunk tonight. I need a
Okay.
dramatic walk-off.
We headed down to the beach of Key West to decompress after a long day of Jimmy Buffett nonsense. As we sat there on the beach pondering the trip thus far, I could feel my sanity slipping. And also, what was wrong with Eddie? He seemed so carefree, unaffected by Margaritaville's lack of animatronic animals.
He's like slowly losing his mind. He's like, yeah, I could be the next Jimmy Buffett.
Thunderstorms and ambient monkey noises. And even more so, what was going on with me? I'm the one supposed to be having fun, living in the joy of these restaurants, but it's just not the same. Looking out over the crystal waters of Key West, I could almost see my long-lost friends. The Rainforest Cafe mascots, the Wild Bunch.
Okay, you gotta, this guy, Ted, Tednivison or whatever is the channel name. He's got a fantastic narrator voice.
Cha-Cha the tree frog, Tuki the elephant, Bomba the gorilla. I feel so lost without your guidance.
I am so happy that even though I've been to a ton of random rainforest cafes, I don't know who any of those characters are. Thank God.
no idea what they'd think of this Jimmy Buffett I was spending so much time with. Would they hate me?
Nivison.
Was I betraying the Rainforest Cafe on this trip? I don't know. What made Margaritaville so great? Could there really be a themed restaurant just about a guy? I don't know. And I don't know if I was ready to trust him yet. I can probably survive more Margaritavilles, and admittedly, it's nice to see Eddie happy. And we only have like, well, let me see how many I have.
25 more.
Fuck. There's 15 more?
Well, at least there's only 15 more. I thought there was going to be like 30 more. See, no one can say it right. You made me move.
We made it to Orlando, Florida, where we would check into our next Margaritaville hotel.
Wow.
And back when we booked this, Eddie managed to get one of the last hotel rooms before they booked up. And the only other types of rooms that were available was their cottages. Now, I had
Interesting.
no idea what this meant. Cottages at a Margaritaville resort? Little did I know, I would be walking into the dystopian manifestation of Margaritaville. This was not simply a collection of cottages. These were no cabanas, no Lincoln log cabins.
Okay, this is like that town in...
This was a suburb in the town of Margaritaville.
Okay, this reminds me of Celebration. Celebration is a town in the middle of Disney that Disney just decided to build. And they're like, yeah, we're going to build this weird, like, 1950s Truman-esque style location. And they just built this, like, random town in the middle of this section of, like, Orlando. Which I think is funny. There was, like, no crime at all in this entire town forever. And then there was just this one random murder. And then there's been nothing more or less ever since. We should actually maybe take a look at the history of Celebration. So it's an interesting town. Of course, Disney also built the new one, which is Cotino, which is over in California, I think. And every condo there starts at $1 million, basically.
In the county of Tequila, pastel-colored houses lined the streets. It was so picture-perfect, I thought I was in Nuketown. And if things went south, I might need to hide in a fridge. That's an Indiana Jones reference. Not only that, but when I checked in, they upgraded my cottage, so I got a house. I became worried that I'd never make it out of this town. Like I was trapped in some Twilight Zone alternate reality. So I ran amongst this picturesque village. It was a labyrinth of tropical nightmares. Pastel colors, margaritas, quotes from Jimmy Buffett everywhere I turned. I was trapped. There was no way out.
I could tell if they're like, filming this. A bunch of people looking out their window like, God damn it, another fucking weirdo. Someone called security.
Purgatory was here. I was stuck in Jimmy Buffett hell. I was trapped in this purgatory for at least a full 24 hours, but I'm not even sure. The minutes turned into hours and time just became a construct. Oh, cool, new merch. Wow, look at this fashionable stuff. This makes Purgatory almost...
All of it's $50 a shirt. We have a code. Crazy.
It's better. Wow, look at that. You're telling me all this stuff is available right now at ted.store?
Oh, this is Ted's merch. What did I... Okay, I gotta go back because I didn't realize that was actually not... I thought this was more Jimmy Buffett.
There was no way out. Purgatory was here. I was stuck in Jimmy Buffett hell. I was trapped in this purgatory for at least a full 24 hours, but I'm not even sure. The minutes turned into hours and time just became a construct. Oh, cool, new...
Yeah, I guess this is Margaritaville. Oh, Ted's Beach Club. Okay, yeah, this is all Ted stuff. Just barely outside of... probably copyright or whatever you want to get called out for that. You can get so close to stuff and then still get sued by the company.
Merch. Wow, look at this fashionable stuff. This makes Purgatory almost better. Wow, look at that. You're telling me all this stuff is available right...
I mean, I would absolutely buy that shirt.
Right now at ted.store? Oh my goodness gravy. Oh my goodness gravy. That's pretty cool. Ooh, look at that shirt. Hope people head over to ted.store to get some cool freaking merch. But yeah, I'm in Purgatory and I wasn't sure how long I'd remain here.
I wonder how long it'll be till I get bored and create a store of random shit.
That is until day 11, where I managed to escape this purgatory to rejoin Eddie at the Florida Universal City Walk Margaritaville for our final location of this exhausting Florida supercluster. This Margaritaville was absolutely massive. I'm surprised they could fit this much in one place. They had a collection of sea animals hanging from the ceiling, which tragically were not moving or making a sound. I'm starting to think that these were innocent animatronics that...
Imagine animatronics that just like fall from the ceiling and crush a bunch of people.
Jimmy hunted for his own nefarious reasons. Another margarita ordered, and I think I'm starting to lose my mind. Not only that, but this Margaritaville had the interesting addition of people on stilts, making balloon animals for customers.
Oh, there's a restaurant. Actually, we should probably watch that video. There's a restaurant called, I was going to say Famous Dave's. That's not right. Basically, anytime you walk into this place, they make fun of you. And they do it in like the most brutal way possible. It's Dick's Last Resort. That's it. Basically, the guy who created it was like, he created like a fancy dining restaurant originally, and it went bust. And he's like, fine, fuck it. I'm going to create a restaurant where I can insult all of my patrons. And it succeeded. It is one of the dumbest like concepts for a restaurant. Like, I've been to a few of them, and they're hilarious. The people in there, I could work at a Dick's Last Resort.
I'm not sure how this relates to Jimmy Buffett at all. Maybe they just wandered in and nobody's doing anything about it.
I think it might be an it because that's...
If we have time later today, after a bunch of the other requests, we might watch the Dick's Last Resort video. That one's really funny.
Not the size of a normal person. That's way too small.
I'll have to make a note though, because it's not a direct reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe
You're
there's
like
other
them
ones
like
I haven't
that.
seen
You don't
then.
deserve to have a driver's license or a home.
Based on the menu, it appears that Jimmy likes to create strange chimeras of food, such as the nacho burger or the loaded baked potato soup. So I kept it safe and I got fish
That soup's actually really good, like anywhere you go.
tacos. Upon finishing at this location, we would depart Universal, and I was getting pretty excited for this because it was finally time to escape the clutches of the Florida supercluster. See you later, you demonic suburb.
You still have to drive all the way through Florida to get out of Florida.
I hate you. So Eddie and I departed to head further north, driving all the way from Orlando, Florida to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where tomorrow we'd be hitting our next Margaritaville. But before that, this video is sponsored by
I know, potato soup is good in general. I'm going to make potato soup later, actually, today. I have all the ingredients for it.
SoFi. When I was going into college, there was a lot I had to figure out, and getting a student loan was probably one of the more stressful ones. Private
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I'd ever trust SoFi at this point. I know this is an older video, but man, a lot of those loan companies are getting in a lot of trouble because they saddled all their students basically with 17% interest loans, and SoFi was one of them. SoFi is still lower for a lot of people, but if you have shit credit and you're like, oh, I can pay it back, but what's $100,000 loan at 17%? It's gonna bankrupt the shit out of you every month.
student loans from SoFi are here to give students the financial freedom they need to pursue their educational goals. And SoFi offers competitive interest rates that can help you save money over the life of.
Yeah, that's not entirely true. Like that little save money when you do auto pay is not fucking worth it.
Your loan.
At least
they
with
understand that
SoFi.
every student's financial situation is unique, which is why they provide flexible repaying options that fit your budget. If you're worried about qualifying, over 75% of SoFi student loan borrowers have a cosign. Adding one increases your approval chances and can help qualify applicants for lower student loan rates. My dad co-signed on my student loan. And SoFi offers tons of support.
Yeah, but a lot of parents now are just be like, nope, fuck it, you're on your own. I think the bigger problem with student loans specifically is if your parents basically disown you for college and they're like, nah, you're on your own, you shouldn't be required to tell your parents' income levels, because at that point it's going to stop you from getting actual loans from the government that have 2% interest rates. Like, yeah, you should pay your shit back, but you shouldn't have a 20% interest rate. Because you're not going to make money for the first 5 years out of college in most cases.
To help you through the process. From a paying for college hotline where folks can set up calls with their specialists, to a wealth of videos and articles specifically for college students, to even a monthly scholarship. SoFi's not just here for student loans either. They've got checking, savings, credit tracking, invest.
What kind of sponsors should we do on this channel? I do think it's funny though. Yeah, you're not here. Vettel AI. That's a sponsorship. We might have to take a slight break from sponsorships from Vettel after I bashed Aqua about the backtuber stuff for like for 2 hours. Half the people were like, "Yeah," half the people were like, "Fuck you." We got to do only fun neuro stuff for at least a month. Before I get into another dumb controversy that I'm not really even a part of.
This Margaritaville was located at a place called Heroes Harbor.
It's sort of like we're kind of heroes for doing this.
I can do once a month stupid video.
From eating too much Margaritaville, I think I deserve a Purple Heart.
And at this point, I'd been trying to keep an open mind.
What are you talking about? He doesn't deserve a Purple Heart for going to all these Margaritavilles. He likes them. He deserves one for dealing with all the rainforest cafes.
But entering another Margaritaville, which by the way we were doing on a Tuesday, was filling me with a new type of dread I had never felt before. Is this what Eddie felt like on the rainforest trip? No,
yes.
that can't be right. This is different. I ordered a perfect margarita, which is the normal margarita, because I just could not handle the sugar content of any of their other drinks at this time. And I decided to take the adult route and order some salmon to give me a semblance of sanity.
Now we are on our way to Atlanta. Go to another Margaritaville. Fuck.
So we headed to Atlanta, Georgia for our second Margaritaville of the day. Everything was
Oh, man. The only thing I hate about Atlanta, Georgia is I hate their fucking airport. I hate that airport with a living passion. I would honestly rather go to the O'Hare airport than the Atlanta one. And I usually bypass O'Hare and go to Midway.
Going swimmingly, we were making good time on our drive. That is, until disaster struck. As we were driving down the highway, we eventually would hit standstill traffic. And this delayed us for a very long time. This was not good because we had to make it to our next Margaritaville tonight in Atlanta. Eventually, we started moving again, but we had lost a lot of time. So we called and confirmed that the kitchen would be closing at 11 p.m., which was awesome. So we finished our drive to Atlanta and walked.
Why did you just, I don't know, stay a day somewhere and then go to your thing the next day? Are they trying to get to them all within a month?
Over to Margaritaville to eat, only then to find out the kitchen had closed an hour.
Oh, maybe an hour early, closed an hour early. Maybe they based it off of what hotels they have already booked. That could be it.
Because they weren't as busy. This was a huge problem because even though the bar was still open, Eddie's goal is to eat at every Margaritaville, so it wouldn't count if we didn't eat here. And we'd be departing from Atlanta tomorrow hours before they'd open again. So if we couldn't eat here tonight, the whole trip would need to be rescheduled. All of the bookings that we made.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, they had to have planned this. What you need to do is every time you do this shit, give yourself an extra day for bullshit nonsense. At every location. It would not have been that hard. Especially since you're doing this for a video that's probably gonna get probably got millions of views. I haven't checked it yet.
I didn't really know what else to do in this situation, so I made a gamble. I walked inside and I met with the manager and I said in full honesty, hey, this is gonna sound really, really weird, but me and my friend are going to every Margaritaville in the United States. We really need to eat here tonight because we're leaving early tomorrow morning before you guys open. Is there anything that you can do to help?
You could have just lied. Like, I love the honesty here, but you could have just lied because into taking like just like sit there and drink stuff, and I guess the problem is they were showing all their orders, so I guess that wouldn't have worked. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably could have pulled it off and then just like voiced over certain sections of it from another Margaritaville, because most people aren't going to be paying every little bit of attention when you zoom in on the food.
Us out. It could just be some chips, literally anything, as long as we eat here it counts. And to my absolute delight, she says, I got you. So she goes back into the kitchen as the restaurant is closing and starts preparing some food for us. We didn't even know what they were making for us either. It was a mystery. But at this moment, we were in disbelief that they were even helping us out in the first place. And after a little bit of waiting and
I would have just been like, no, fuck you, get out.
Shock, they brought out the food, and it was beyond anything we could have expected. They made us a full set of ribs with fries and chips with some artichoke dip. They even gave us each a margarita. And this food tasted better than anything I had eaten on this trip. The ribs were fall off the bone. The fries tasted like pure kindness. The margarita was infused with joy. We were
it was probably the same food, but they were just like so happy that it happened.
blown away with just the pure kindness that was displayed to us in this
True.
moment. And we
It
left
is
that
prime
restaurant
content.
and just felt so grateful specifically to this manager for helping us out.
We will now continue to
Also, we didn't pay for it. No.
go onward.
Just run
to
out
our
and, like,
next
chase them.
Margaritavilles.
No delay.
No delay.
There we go. There, we made it to Nashville. Who's asking about Nashville?
Without any delay, we reached the Nashville, Tennessee Margaritaville, located right in the center of Nashville. And this Margaritaville took on some of the city's identity, like a person playing live country music in the restaurant. But despite the wonderful moment yesterday, I was still struggling with how many we had gone to. I mean, a big part of it was the lack of safari fries. Just put safari in front of fries and I'm gonna be
probably.
good. But you can't do
They better have given them a huge tip for that shit.
that, Jimmy, can you? And the persistence of Jimmy Buffett to put his plane, the hemisphere dancer, in most of the locations was starting to make me mad. Like, we get it, Jimmy. You own a plane. Good for you, man. Oh, what, the restaurants and resorts and tailgate grill weren't enough? You need to rub in that you own a plane, Jimmy?
Yes,
The nerve of
absolutely.
this guy. After leaving Nashville, we drove 213 miles to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And I'd never been to Pigeon Forge before, so I was confused when everything around us turned.
This looks like there's a town in it's either Missouri or I think it's in Minnesota. Yeah. No, it's Missouri. Branson, Missouri. That's exactly like this shit.
into weird gimmicky businesses and something called a dinner feud. The
Okay, did you see that? Okay, that one was funny.
thing around us turned into weird gimmicky
Okay, I kind of going on a Magi quest. That kind of looks fun.
businesses and some
Sexy stuff with one F. Yeah, Branson's fun. If you like shows, like if you like plays and shows and things like dinner shows and things like that, Branson's fun. If you don't, they do have some shopping, but it's kind of like kind of weird. They had a side budget. Yeah, but look at their look at their other they spent more money on the actual letters for their. Yeah, the second half cost an extra $5.
Thing called a dinner feud? The fuck is a dinner feud?
Dinner
is it a
feud. I want to go there.
Go fight people during dinner? This strange town is where we'd reach our second to last Margaritaville resort. Upon checking in, it was funny to see all of the Margaritaville decorations, but with a clear Tennessee twist to the design. Changes in latitudes,
the
changes in
layout.
attitudes, brother. We even got a license to chill.
It's engraved into the wood.
I was so worried, dude. Can you imagine if we wanted to chill and we didn't?
I wasn't that worried about it.
So we walked across the street to eat at our 13th Margaritaville. Another margarita, some more food, and the only thing notable about this Margaritaville was the strange contraption they had, which I assumed was supposed to fill the blender with margarita, but nothing happened the whole time we were there. I was bummed.
I assume it's for like the super busy events.
Too. I was looking for some spectacle for once.
Probably not used for anything, but that would be really cool. You could actually just like make a random green color like drink of effectively green food color and water and just have it fill every like couple hours and then drain.
On day 15, we had a big driving day. We departed Tennessee and drove more than 600 miles to a hotel outside of Philadelphia. And on day 16, we got ready to have
2 Margaritaville meals today.
I'm gonna guess it's probably just a non-functioning like entity. It's probably just like a fake thing.
From our favorite restaurant, the most chill place on earth.
That's not true.
Created by your boy Jimmy the Bee, Jimmy Buffett.
Uh-huh.
Greatest American singer-songwriter to
Uh-oh.
this earth.
Someone's falling down a rabbit hole here.
I don't know what's happening to you right now. This is
Burger in Paradise.
Yeah, no, we've had it.
Margaritaville.
Uh-huh.
His other songs.
Our first stop of the day was in Atlantic City, New Jersey, which is sort of like the Vegas of the Northeast. And normally...
Was it actually dripping? I didn't see it.
I would not make that distinction, but in order to reach the Margaritaville, we had to walk through an entire...
There we go. I was expecting a casino somewhere. Do you waste money?
I'm riding my luck. I'm taking my chances.
Casino. So we reached the Margaritaville, and Eddie was behaving even stranger. I guess he's trying to be cool or chill. I'm not sure what he's going for here. He also was looking at the menu like he was seeing it for the first time, and not the 14th consecutive time in 16 days. But hey, another margarita.
But I thought, it sounds like a lot of them have slightly different menus. So yeah, I mean, you got to check out all the new shit all the time.
Another round of the same themeless food. Eddie tried to steal some of mine like a little rat. We got another photo taken of us. I'm clearly having the time of my life. Look at me. I'm so...
Did you hear about that guy who freaked out? And they were going to, they were traveling, they may have stopped now. They were traveling to every Cracker Barrel in the country to remove their picture from the wall because they're like, we don't support the fact that you changed your logo. I'm like, okay. Cracker Barrel's changed their logo like 4 times over the years. They do it all the time. I'm like, people get attached to the dumbest shit.
Happy. And after we finished, as is
Maybe
customary,
it's just I don't like
a quick touch
restaurants,
to the Atlantic Ocean, and then it was time to move on.
We're on our way to the next Margaritaville.
Number 15,
How do you go to every Airbnb in every state? Oh, going to an air... I was like, what? No, going to a single one in every state. No, we haven't seen that one. We can watch it at a later time, though. Maybe today. I don't know.
I just didn't understand how Eddie could be having such a good time. To be honest, it was kind of pissing me the fuck off. I don't know who he was becoming, but it was clear he had a very different view.
Imagine if you had to go to every Airbnb in every state, like every single one. You're like it wouldn't be the new ones. You just be like, okay, cool. This state currently has 2,800 available. We're gonna go to every single one of them.
Of Jimmy Buffett than me.
Oh my God. Brad's wife was hilarious. We watched that from it was the what was it? Who was it? Who's that? Not drama creator. The Internet Historian. There we go. The Internet Historian did an entire video on Cracker Barrel firing Brad's wife, and it was fucking perfect. I don't know if they rolled back the firing of Brad's wife. I can't remember if that was like legit or not. Oh no, the Cracker Barrel did roll back the theme, or or not the theme, the new change, because people are like, well, yeah, they lost $100 million. That's not entirely true, by the way. Their share value lost $100 million. But if you actually look at their share value just from April of this year, they were still up by like 1.2 billion. You're like, so they lost $100 million in unrealized profit because they were like $28 back in April, and they only dropped like $6 in the last like week from this. I think the biggest problem with Cracker Barrel though is they weren't catering to the people who would actually go to Cracker Barrel. They were trying to change too much too quickly. They could probably have pulled it off if they changed stuff slowly over time versus doing a full rebrand. Which is, like kind of what we're going to probably do with this channel. I'm not going to do a full pirate rebrand. We're going to slowly start incorporating random shit until people don't realize that I've changed a bunch of nonsense.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that about him.
How can you read in the car? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm just very...
I mean, every restaurant changes over the course of, 50 years. All the time. Yeah, we haven't figured out a good name yet.
Be interested in my Jimmy Buffett.
I wanted to change the name, but maybe we'll keep Jeff Squared and just add Skull and Crossbones too. I'm going to redo the logo probably is what I'll do. I'll probably keep it still Jeff Squared, but we'll probably add a Skull and Crossbones somewhere in the middle of it. And then I'm looking at the new tricorn hats. Like I have this top hat, which is fun, but as of tomorrow or later today, I actually have a bunch of eye patch covers that we can add that are going to be really fun, stupid ones we can change out during the videos.
Oh, yeah, no, I know about it. You've been reading it for like 2 days straight, but you're making a show of it. You're eating it up right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ted, you just got to learn to go with the flow.
All restaurants do shady stuff behind the scenes. They were dumb enough to do it in front of everybody.
Things, go with the tides.
Yeah, it should be a pirate ship.
Sometimes the water comes in and you just gotta go in with it. Sometimes
that's called a riptide.
Riptide or not, it's all gonna be good.
I just am kind of confused on why you didn't give this sort of energy when we were going to every rainforest cafe.
You don't understand why I'm enjoying going to beautiful beaches rather than...
And drinking lots of great alcohol versus a dark, dingy restaurant that had creepy animatronics in it and thunderstorms everywhere.
A beautiful forest. You need to tell me exactly what I should like so much about these experiences at Margarita.
No animatronics screaming in your face.
Yes.
Okay, that's a negative.
That's a positive.
You just gotta do what I've been doing. Not having a problem at all and not totally freaking out.
And just drinking.
And just being chill and not freaking out and trying to figure out
all
to
these
deal with
things.
it.
And it wasn't just Eddie that was acting weird, because I think these restaurants are doing something to me as well. Oh, jeez. Oh,
might just be the driving.
Despite this, I had high hopes for our next Margaritaville, which we would find in... the city of New York, home of the Times Square Margarita.
I hate traffic in New York. This is where you just drop your fucking car off and be like, I'm just gonna take taxis everywhere.
And our final Margaritaville resort. They somehow managed to fit the flip-flop in this one. And hey, check out this view. That's pretty.
One Piece does have very little eye patch pirates, which is kind of entertaining, but none of them can swim. I guess everyone else can. Have we explained why I have an eye patch or anything? Like, is this like a legitimate question? If it is, I'll answer it after the video.
Good. We were joined at this Margaritaville with my best pals from college, Katie and Devin. And I'm not sure what I expected from the Times Square
we'll answer it at the end of the video.
But I for sure did not expect this. They had a giant replica of the Statue of Liberty holding a margarita. It was playing music, there were stingrays, and...
Okay, that one's pretty cool. All right.
Lights. Oh, shoot. This is kind of cool. Katie and
like
Devin were having a good
almost.
time. It was a fancy Margaritaville, so our food was good. Oh, God, I'm confused. Do I like this place? No. It's just the margaritas.
Jimmy's trying to play tricks on me. That's what this is. This is just a trick.
But hey, alcohol is alcohol. I'm here with friends, and we're here in New York, so might as well have a good time.
Making moves on GPS. Brand new moolah, ain't still fresh. Don't let it fool ya. I get checks on me.
Oh, this is one where they got actually drunk. Or at least they're faking it well enough.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. I woke up
I actually
that
have a
morning
headache watching
hungover
this
and
video.
realized, oh my God.
I don't know why. I actually do have a headache, but we're going to take, after I answer a few questions after this video, we're going to take a slight break, and I'm going to grab some food. We're going to watch the chair. Everyone takes a break for a few minutes, I guess.
There were still more Margaritavilles to go. Although now
we'll
that
do
I
some
think about it, that Times Square one was kind of cool. I mean, no, that can't be right. There were no animatronics, no safari fries. Is it possible that Margarita? Well, whatever.
I'm going to, I'll download a intermission kind of scene sometime in the next couple of days. So that way you guys will be able to just see this random loop playing, I guess, for a bit. But yeah, the only difference on my channel is I pause the video, so you guys actually have to figure out how to entertain yourself for 10 minutes.
Let's get out of here. Goodbye, giant flip-flops. See you never again. It was time to hit the road. From New York City, we'd be driving all the way up to Syracuse, New York for another Margaritaville.
Syracuse
and during
is
a stop, I
nice
noticed
little
that
place.
something was happening to my facial hair. Not sure what that's about, but before we reached Syracuse, we would meet up with a special friend.
Should I grow a beard?
Along the way. My best friend, Tucker Keene.
Eddie. Hey, man, we go so way back, you know?
Sun chair moment. Yeah, there are actually a lot of Twitch streamers and streamers in general who will let a video continue to play. If you're going to be a reactor, you can't do that. You really can't. And I guess we'll see with the Ethan Klein lawsuit if that actually permanently changes. The problem is I don't think they'll even make it to trial. I think that's just going to... I think it's just going to get into mediation because that's probably the idea right there. I think Ethan's just trying to bankrupt those three idiots.
Just, really sorry with you. Yeah, I know.
Fucking asshole. For the rest of our drive to Syracuse, I actually rode with Tucker. See ya, Eddie.
Should I show them the condition in which your car is?
Wait, I'm just nuts.
You're in.
You know, it'd be funny if Eddie and I got into a car accident. That would be funny. And on your video, you could be like, Eddie fucking rear-ended us. It was such his fault. And
Eventually, we arrived in Syracuse at the Destiny Mall.
Yeah, I do find that I hate it when reactors like come back after like not being at the video for like 30 minutes or whatever. And I understand you gotta go eat, right? You can't just like not do anything. But you also can't like come back after 30 minutes after your chat's been watching the whole video, which at that point makes it just a watch video entirely. Like that absolutely has to break copyright. So I mean, that's the problem with copyrights. It's so vague and random in a bunch of different locations. Copyright enforcement in, say, Texas is going to be way different than copyright enforcement in California, even though copyright for the most part is a federal level type law. How it's implemented is completely random because Hollywood's going to implement it way different, for instance.
This was a really large mall, like one of those crazy Mall of America type sized ones. And it actually was the first time that we would go to a Margaritaville in a mall. I didn't know they did that. I thought that was Rainforest Cafe's thing. This was one of the more depressing Margaritavilles we had been to. The blender at the front was in pieces. Tucker started investigating inside it. And when we sat down, half of the restaurant did not have people in it. And it was Saturday. Another margarita down the hatch, and the food was all right. It's probably one of the lower ranked Margaritavilles if I had to choose. But that wasn't the only location we'd be going to today.
So we only got high school students on the grills here.
Waved goodbye to Tucker and his wonderful wife Emma. See you later. And began our drive to the one and only Canadian Margaritaville.
What? Really?
In Niagara, Ontario.
Oh, okay.
All we had to do was just get through Border Patrol, and we did on the first try. We've gotten better at crossing the border. Obviously, Niagara is where one of the best rainforest cafes is located, so I changed into an outfit to try to convince Eddie to let us go.
All right, Eddie, I'm ready.
Ted, we're going to the Margaritaville.
We can't even go just once?
No.
So, without stopping at the Rainforest Cafe,
you can if you plan extra days in between.
we headed to Canada's Margaritaville. What I didn't know was how much this location would affect me. We got sat down right next to a giant projector, which was playing more Jimmy Buffett propaganda. And normally I'd be frustrated with this, but then something shocking caught my eye.
No.
Who are you?
Should I figure out how to buy that animatronic and keep it in my the background of my videos?
I was blessed with a vision of a pirate mascot in this location wearing a Margaritaville shirt. What was the meaning of this? Did Margaritaville have a mascot and I didn't know? And was I falling in love with this mascot? No, that's ridiculous.
I was like, we found a way to make him like me. Oh, wait, he just likes the animatronic puppet.
There's no way I was falling in love with this pirate mascot. That's crazy. I didn't know how to process these feelings I was having, and before I had a chance to try, another volcano alert, but this time, a giant animatronic bottle of tequila comes out of nowhere and begins pouring tequila into the giant Margaritaville blender. They have animatronics, too? Wait, what's going on? The menu was special as well.
Imagine if they'd started here.
I got a spicy margarita, and it was really good. We got poutine as well, and it was delicious. I could feel something stirring inside me, something I hadn't felt in a while. Was it possible? And as we exited this Canadian Margaritaville, I began to peruse the gift shop, and I saw this. A giant Niagara Falls Margaritaville.
Well, that's the thing. You just need to be not in the U.S. That's how you like this thing.
I must resist. I must resist. Sorry, got a little excited there. We finished the night by enjoying a fireworks show over Niagara Falls, and man, Canada, you have done something to me for sure. Tomorrow we begin our journey west for our final 5 margaritas.
Oh my god, there's still 5. They did this all so far in 18 days. I wonder, this would be like 25 maybe? That still sounds kind of like hell to a degree.
The next stop on this trip was in Cleveland, Ohio. And while this Margaritaville was admittedly not in the prettiest location, something about these margaritas was tasting better, I think. The food was tasty, and I left there with a smile on my face. That was weird. I'm gonna have to see a therapist after this because I don't know what's happening to me. After Cleveland, we drove 350 miles to just outside Chicago, Illinois, where that night we'd crash at Eddie's mom's place. Because tomorrow, we'd be heading into the city.
5 nights at Margaritaville? Yeah.
As we commuted into Chicago, these feelings I was having were not going away. Was I going through a metamorphosis too?
No.
Something still was stirring inside my soul, but I hadn't figured it out yet. When we got into Chicago, we met up with Eddie's cooler and more charming and sexier brother, Tony. Eddie, this isn't for you. And we also were joined by the
like push him out of the way.
illustrious Danny Gonzalez, who seemed very ready to go to Margaritaville. This location had the vibes of an old Chicago bar and grill. Danny and Tony seemed to be having a good time, and again, so was I. The margaritas were good, and I ordered more fried food. Eddie seemed to be having like a stomachache or something, but I'm sure he'll come back around. Although Danny got a little bit worried when the volcano alert came on the TV.
What is this nonsense? Oh, okay. If this isn't some sort of bit, this is when you don't go outside and you freak out about stupid shit.
Laura, get in the basement. Get the
Okay, no, this is a bit. Damn it.
dogs and get in the basement. Just go! Oh, never mind. No, it's just a goof.
And they started
Damn, why did it have to be a bit? Why couldn't he actually be terrified of something stupid on
playing
TV?
Margaritaville. That song isn't so bad. So we left that restaurant, and surprisingly, I was feeling pretty good. So we headed to the Bean.
Don't touch the bean. I promise you don't touch the bean.
Said our goodbyes to Tony and Danny, and prepared to head to...
I mean, you can touch the bean, but the problem is if you like look at the bean with like a UV light, you probably don't want to touch the bean. Just saying.
Our next Margaritaville, because we weren't finished yet.
I love the summer rain coming down on everyone.
On day 20, we departed Chicago and began our drive to Bloomington, Minnesota for our third to last Margaritaville. My feelings on this restaurant were as cluttered as ever, and this became even more apparent as we reflected on the trip thus far.
Man, especially because this trip is longer, I am really getting tired of these, man. Just kind of glad, that we can enjoy being a little miserable with somebody, to not be alone in that.
I don't know, man. I mean, I was initially like really against him and kind of suspicious of Jimmy, but things have happened, and
What do you mean things have happened?
It's like flipping between the two. He's like, I was really happy the first like 10 times through it, and now I hate them all. And he's like, you know what? I hated the first 10, and now I'm pretty good. Let's go to Margaritaville every month.
Oh, I don't mind it as much.
Are you not tired of drinking sweet cocktails almost every day?
Well, they've got fun names.
If I handed you a vial with a skull and crossbones on, and I said, drink this, it's called silly juice, you would taste it?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it could be like a little.
And if I said drink this is poison, what would you do?
Probably still drink it.
Are you thinking about it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Thinking about it? If I said drink
Can
this
you
is
just
poison?
give me some time to think? Well, what if it's like a little character?
What do you mean?
Like, what if it's a little character, like a mascot that came up and said, "Hey, try this."
Try this.
It's a pirate mascot.
Poison.
I'd give it a thought.
That's not good, dude.
It's respectful to the character.
You don't need to respect somebody who's telling you to drink poison. God, dude, what? I don't understand what's going on up there.
We've only got 3 more to do. Maybe I'll figure it out by the time we do those last ones. But I mean, what, we're at 43 minutes. What time is it?
It's 5.
It's 5.
5 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Are you good to drive?
Yeah, no.
That's a little bit weird. So we finished our drive, arriving at the Mall of America in
Uh-oh, you're starting to lose time. You're fucked.
Bloomington, Minnesota at 5 o'clock. And after a little bit of searching, we finally made it to the Margaritaville at 5 o'clock. What we didn't expect was for this
mall is kind of dying. I have a bunch of family that lives out there, and they're like, yeah, almost all malls are dying, but some of them are making like a comeback. Like where I currently live, malls are like always packed every day of the week, which is weird. But maybe it's because everything where I live is overly expensive except for walking around the mall.
Margaritaville to be across the hall from the Rainforest Cafe. You can see it in the background of my last video. We had been standing right across from this restaurant a year before.
That's where they got the idea, you know?
Completely unaware we'd be returning here to go to the same spot to go to the restaurant across the hall. Entering this Margaritaville, my conflicted feelings were reaching their breaking point.
Yeah, because he wants to go right over to Rainforest Cafe.
I was enjoying myself. How could this be possible without the attributes of the Rainforest Cafe? I began to consume, and this food was tasting so good. I was enjoying myself.
The environment was wonderful and tropical and stupid, too.
Another
definitely stupid
margarita at this hour? But what time is it? 5 o'clock? No, that can't be right. It was just 5 o'clock. It was just 5 o'clock. Oh God, I'm realizing it now. It's not just 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh God, it's 5 o'clock everywhere. What's happening to me? What a stupid phrase. It just justifies drinking at inappropriate times.
Can you drink on Twitch? I don't know. Might be worth it.
Time. Just say that you want to drink at 12:30 in the afternoon. This place is so silly, so ridiculous. How could something like it exist? I reached for my final semblance of sanity, the cheeseburger in paradise, and the question still rattled in my mind as loud as a crashing wave. What?
How many heart attacks are we up to? 30.
Is Margaritaville?
Oh, okay, so you can actually do drinking streams. All right, that's good to know. I think I have to, I think there's a little checkbox I have to click, though, or something like that.
Oh my
Vettel.
God.
You're right, Vettel has done drinking streams. I totally forgot about that. And I guess you're allowed to put certain things on YouTube. There's limitations, I guess, on what you're allowed to show, or you get demonetized.
Oh my God.
And it's only you only get demonetized for a single video, not like channel demonetization.
I figured it out.
Yeah, he probably does drink every stream.
I think I figured it out. I had been wandering in the dark. It
Especially
was
when you
with
know
me
he's
this
just
whole
gonna go
time.
raid someone.
It had been this whole trip. I can't believe I didn't see it before. I had been so blind to reality.
Is that still the Coca-Cola one? I think it's the Coca-Cola roller coaster. They may have revamped it, though.
Theme. It was all around me. In the air, in the sky, in this kooky
Damn, I think they revamped it.
character. Hell, even in this roller coaster. It was all so clear to me now. I finally understood what I actually like about themed restaurants. I finally understood why I love the Rainforest Cafe. And as a result, why
Your brain is broken, that's why.
I think I love Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville too. It wasn't about animatronics or safari fries or gorillas at all. A themed restaurant was so much more and yet so simple. It just had to be stupid. And it was so.
I think the U.S. is one of the main countries that has themed restaurants everywhere because they know that bright, colorful, random things are very helpful to the people that live there. Like, Although I wouldn't say like themed restaurants in Europe in certain areas aren't necessarily themed. A lot of those restaurants are older than the U.S. by hundreds of years.
So stupid. And so I realized Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville was a themed restaurant, at least by my definition. I could finally truly enjoy this restaurant just like I could the rainforest.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Japan. Like all the maid cafes for one. Yeah, okay. People don't like having fun. That you have to go outside to have fun, I guess, for some people. Yeah, I guess there are plenty of countries that do theme restaurants and cafes. I assume South Korea does it too. I assume China does it. I'm sure Australia... Okay, never mind. That was a dumb line of thinking.
First cafe, and lucky for me, well, we still had 2 more.
Hey, they're probably doing it in under 30 days.
On day 21, we began our 690-mile drive from Bloomington to Tulsa, Oklahoma. This was a long drive, but the joy I was feeling for my second favorite themed restaurant, Margaritaville...
I don't know why it doesn't make sense. All those places obviously have theme stuff. Thailand's definitely got theme stuff. Like, they have a one-piece theme park.
Bill powered me through it. Eventually, we'd reach Margaritaville number 21 at the River Spirit Casino in Tulsa. And this is also where we'd see our very first Margaritaville Casino, which basically means island-themed gambling and quotes on the walls encouraging that mindset. I'm gonna conveniently ignore this portion of the language we're using here around gambling, Jimmy, because I think we're on the same page for once, and I don't want to ruin this thing we got going on, okay? This Margaritaville would be our final fancy Margaritaville. Everything we ate here tasted good. And you know I'm getting...
Everything here looks good.
Poke nachos again. Yummy, yum, yum in my tummy, tum, tum. That's what I say. That's what I've always said. We were graced with another volcano alert, in which this time the margarita would come out of the volcano and waterfall into the giant blender.
Okay, that's
a lot
pretty
of
cool.
minerals in that margarita. But despite the dinner and a show we were receiving from Margaritaville today, Eddie was not showing the same enthusiasm for Margaritaville anymore. So the next day, I decided to kindly and maturely speak to him about it.
So Eddie, when are you going to change your name?
What?
When are you going to change your name?
To Eddie Margaritaville?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought, based on the way you're acting, maybe you'd be changing your name to Mr. Hates Fun.
Let's see here. Can we incorporate that into my channel? Well, that's not true, though. We watch really dumb, funny videos all the time, I guess.
Name Margaritaville.
What, I hate fun for just being a little bit exhausted? I don't understand what...
I don't know, you tell me, man. I got to where you were at. I was suspicious of Jimmy. And then I opened up my heart to the margaritas, and now all of a sudden you start hating Margaritavilles? What's the deal, man?
So, I just want to start off. I don't think whatever place you're in is where I was at all during the trip. To be honest, honestly, I want to ask you, you weren't enjoying it when we had, like, good locations or when we started it, when we were just kind of having a couple of drinks.
I just didn't get it.
Like, he lost his shit during the... Jeff hates fun. Yeah, he lost his shit during the condo one, remember? He's like, this is awful. That was probably one of the better ones.
I just don't understand how we go to more and more of these restaurants, and you like it more, and to be honest, you get weird.
What do you mean I get weird?
All I would need to do is hold up a mirror to you saying that.
Well, unfortunately for you, there's no mirrors in cars, Eddie. Jesus. I just don't understand.
Nah, just live streaming cameras pointed at everyone.
Understand why we can't be on the same page, okay? We go on the entire trip where we go to Rainforest Cafe. You hate it. You're miserable the whole time. And then we go on this Margaritaville trip. You're loving it. You're loving it. I don't know what's going on, but then I start to like it, and I'm seeing maybe the magic is in the sauce. Maybe Jimmy has something going on. I thought maybe we'd understand ourselves for once, but now. So I ask you, Eddie, what?
He's like, look, I just eventually hate everything.
Why can we not get on the same?
Because it's who we are, Ted. Oh, it's who we are.
Uh-oh, we got a deep part of the video here.
We're different people, okay? You would eat at a restaurant that would give you food poisoning multiple times if there was just a little animatronic to keep you company. Okay?
That does seem true. Oh, shit.
Okay, and I like to complain about things sometimes. All right, is that so bad? It's who...
I like to complain about things a lot of times. That's why my channel works.
Who we are.
Well, then I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. You don't have to say it twice. I said yeah. You said it a third time.
That's a complaint. It's fun. Yeah, it is fun.
Was it true? Were Eddie and I destined to never be on the same page about these restaurants? I racked my brain, trying to think of a way to bring him back to the light. There was only one location left, so I had to think fast. And that's when I realized there was still a chance to save him. The last possible thing that could get Eddie on my side once again. Margaritaville's homemade key lime pie. A dessert infused with the soul of the original Margaritaville in Key West. It was the only thing I could do to bring the spirit of Jimmy Buffett back to young Burback's heart. And what a perfect place for our final Margaritaville. Las Vegas.
I thought they went back to Arizona for some reason. I'm like, why didn't you just have this in the early lineup? But all right, I guess it depends on they want to end it kind of closer to where they live, right? Like, I don't know where he lives exactly.
The seeds were sown for this entire trip. I was ready to implement my plan and bring Eddie back onto my side. However, it seemed like Eddie had done some soul searching as well, because he had a surprise for me.
Stand right there.
Great. Now wait there for 2 hours.
Ted?
I'll be back. Never. See ya. And just leaves.
We are headed to the final Margaritaville, but what do you say we make one pit stop first?
No, you can't go to Rainforest Cafe. That breaks the video, you piece of shit.
Do you want to go to the Rainforest Cafe and get one drink?
Yeah, I do.
That's right. Before our final Margaritaville, Eddie and I were going back one final time to the Rainforest Cafe. And it was so beautiful. Hello, giant pillar of giant fruit. Hello, animatronic gorilla. Hello, Tracy Tree, you weirdo. Hello, fake starry rainforest sky. And hello, thunderstorms. Oh my god.
You've gone to every Margaritaville? You're a terrible person. At least you only went to a few Rainforest Cafes.
I missed the thunderstorms. It was beautiful, and we appropriately got Cheetoritas, and they were so...
Oh, okay. You know what? I bet you they went to every single Rainforest Cafe. That they just didn't show it on the videos.
Oh, so bad, but so good at the same.
No, you're not a great person for not going to any of them either. That's just equally as terrible. You're just not going to win.
Time. I could feel Eddie and I coming together again, even if it wasn't in the way that I thought we would. So we said our goodbyes to Rainforest Cafe and kept going.
I know they have a video for it, but I'm saying that they also, during this trip, went to all of the Rainforest Cafes again. At least all the ones that were connected to Margaritaville.
We had one final stop to make, our final Margaritaville. So we entered that restaurant. We sat once again in a boat design booth. We raised our margaritas in celebration. And there it was, in all its glory, a key lime pie. And with one single bite of that tropically infused dessert, we realized what we had done.
You guys both ate food poisoning.
Oh, yeah, we did. We had done it again. Every Margaritaville in the United States and Canada. Through the trials and tribulations.
I want you guys to go to every McDonald's in the entire United States. That'd be like a 2-year trip.
The rainforests and the beaches. We had traveled across an entire continent twice just to go to some themed restaurants. We completed 2 road trips for the
you know what? Better yet, I want you guys to go to every themed McDonald's in the U.S. Or the world. Let's do that.
Ever. And you know, despite our differences,
the fast person in America.
We had done it together.
You could actually probably still survive on doing that if you only target the themed ones, and you don't have to get, 1,800 calorie burgers every single time. They do have like wraps and stuff. I love the random footage they just have edited into this video. It's just perfect. 25 days. Okay. So I guess they live in LA or around that area.
Io ti darò tutto l'amore che ora ho, perché sei solo tu.
The best part is you could actually probably see Brandon running down the street with one of his costumes or like partially naked, just right past them at any given moment. That's the best part of what you could say with any of these videos. Screaming insane shit. Just as it ends. Oh, God. Let's see, how long is the rainforest video? Why did we start with that one? That was 30 minutes.